In the grim dark future of the 41st millennium, there is only war. I'm totally not Alpharius, and this is TLDR of Warhammer 40k. Warhammer 40k is a multimedia grimdark series created by the British company Games Workshop. The Milky Way galaxy of this far distant future burns in multi-factional endless wars. Some of the factions included in this are Cockney space orcs, who seem to be the only ones enjoying their time in this future hellscape. The Imperium of Man, a fascistic and theocratic dictatorship led by the God Emperor who sits dead on his golden throne. The Forces of Chaos, who are hungry gods who are powered by the base emotions of all sentient life. The Tau, a heavily Asian-themed space communist society. It's weird, it's real murky. You have your space elves in the Eldar, who are very egotistical. You have your perverted space elves in the Dark Eldar, who are into some weird stuff. And you have the weird machine-based cult based on Mars, who worships the machine. The term grimdark comes up a lot when mentioning Warhammer 40,000. Basically what that means is that there is absolutely no hope. Everybody's going to die. Your life is going to be short. It's going to be incredibly violent, but it makes for good reading. Really, really good reading. Battles in this universe destroy whole planets. Hundreds of millions of people die on either side. There's no real good guys. You're taking the lesser of two evils with whichever side you pick. Again, the only people enjoying this are the orcs because they love fighting. Some extra examples of this being super grimdark, but also super freaking awesome are, in like Star Wars and Star Trek, you have hyperspace, you're going faster than light, FTL. Well, in Warhammer, they don't have that. In order to traverse the galaxy, they have to go into something called the warp, which is literally hell. There are demons that will eat you from the inside out. They will destroy your ship, and that is the safest way to travel in this galaxy. I heard once that Warhammer can be described as take sci-fi and turn everything up to 11. Take all the sci-fi elements of Star Wars, size of the ships, turn it up to 11. In Star Wars, they may be a couple miles long. Well, in Warhammer, they're like 30 miles long. They have crews of hundreds of millions of people on them. They don't really care about the possibility of it. It looks cool, so they do it. The rule of cool. Never look into it. And if you are interested in Warhammer 40k, lucky for you, you have multiple ways you can get into it. If you're like me and don't have the time and patience to sit down and paint an entire army and find a competition in your local area, you could just read the books. There's literally hundreds of them. Most of them are fairly cheap. Some of them are actually good. Warhammer 40k's TLDR. Do you like sci-fi? Do you like Star Wars and Star Trek but think there's a little bit too much hope and a little bit too much humanity and think that they could really turn things up to 11 and twist the freaking knob off? Then Warhammer 40,000 is for you. I've not been Alpharius. This hasn't been TLDR. Give us a like and subscribe below. Here's a video YouTube recommends. Here's a video we think you might like. Death to the False Emperor, and good evening.